front.
Fine.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Cold Hard Trash CRT episode 66. I'm your host, Trashcan Jones.
And I'm Breeeeeg, your fellow host.
So what you been up to lately? We kind of just started and got in the middle of it. My sock was wet, so I'm thrown off a bit now.
Sorry about your sock. My condolences.
It's all right.
We spent the last 2 weekends together doing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I got Silksong.
Is that a game?
ᶠᵘⁿⁿʰ Silksong, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Hollow Knight. Okay.
It's a sequel. It got announced that it was going to be releasing like a month ago or so. Been in development for like 7 years. When asked why, they supposedly said they were having too much fun building it. They just took their time.
Yeah.
Highly anticipated sequel to a game that outsold Undertale.
Really?
Found this out recently.
I did not know Hollow Knight did that. Good on it. Oh, yeah.
Well, I feel like Hollow Knight had like it probably didn't like outsell it right away, but like it's a good title for $20. You know, you can get it on the Switch and all that stuff. Apparently a lot of people got into it during the pandemic and they were just getting continual sales, but I don't really know who's buying Undertale nowadays.
Yeah,
You know,
I was going to say
and
Undertale.
They have Deltarune out. It's
kind of
already.
been and gone, yeah.
On the first episode, the first 2 chapters of Deltarune were free. But Silksong is very good. I never played Hollow Knight. One more thing about the sales and stuff. Silksong came out on Thursday during the workday, and every single online store that was selling it crashed.
Oh, my God.
Switch
Oh, my
store,
God.
Steam store, Xbox, PlayStation.
That many people called off of work.
Yeah.
Or were kids not
I
at
just think
work.
I just think a lot of people don't have jobs right now.
Yeah, probably also that.
Because one of the popular images I see on like Twitter now, because everyone's talking about it, is a picture of the main character Hornet facing off against a job application. But I've really enjoyed it so far. It's considered a Metroidvania. When I went on the store page, it said similar to 2 games that you've played, Sekiro and Dark Souls. Which,
wow, that seems like a very high bar.
I mean, it's not really that similar to them, but it has the things that people like to talk about in Dark Souls and Sekiro in the game, and
Sure.
how like they tell stories and.
Oh, I was gonna say the unforgiving nature of it, but more of the lore wise. You're saying?
Yeah. Like,
Right.
I mean, you run into people and they talk to you, and you like don't have the entire picture. But a thing about Silksong that's not like the original is that you aren't a silent protagonist. Like, your character Hornet is a character who talks and has opinions, and like if you walk up to talk to someone, she'll make conversation. You know. Yeah, there are the bosses, which, you know, you just walk into a room that fills the entire screen pretty much, and you're in a boss fight.
Mega Man style.
Yeah, like Mega Man. There's a lot of secrets and nooks and crannies to find.
Yeah, I was gonna say Metroidvania seems right about up its alley. Then, yeah.
Yep. As you progress through the game, you get like more movement options, and like you'll get upgrades and basically new buttons to press. So I got a dash, and I got a float ability. So instead of just falling straight down, I can like. She wears this like cowl thing, right? And it's like just connected on her neck, and then like her arms and legs come out underneath.
Yeah.
She's a bug, like a spider.
Oh,
whatever, named
okay.
Hornet.
I would have assumed person, but that's kind of neat.
Everyone's bugs in the game.
No, all right.
Like one of your currencies is like shell shards, and then the other one's rosaries, because this is a religious thing, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, their first objective is make it to the Citadel, so it's a religious thing.
All right.
But, yeah, it's fun. The storytelling, you know, you like find items in like weird places and stuff like that. You gotta like, you know, go around. She has the cowl thing. Oh, this is what I was talking about. She has a cowl thing, and then you like find someone who's like, oh, here's a quest for you. Go and get, you know, 25 of these spines from these enemies that shoot spines out. Really cool quest, because like in the next cave, it's like these like floating ball type things with spikes, and if you hit them, they'll shoot out all their spikes. And what she wants you to do is you go there, you hit them once, they'll shoot out all their spikes, and then you go to where they stuck into the wall and collect them.
Yeah.
So it's just a neat, fun little quest, and then she reinforces your cowl with these like spines, and then you can open it up over like a draft and float.
Oh, nice.
So that's fun.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's straight Mega Man style, where you're just like being able to get your little upgrades for yourself. I like that. I guess it's also Metroidvania in the same way. I was kind of like stuck on. Mega Man came out kind of in the same, era of Metroid and Castlevania, but it's kind of the genre. It's called Metroidvania. Mega Man's kind of left. It's pretty much kind of the same thing, besides the stage-based and boss-based sort of.
That's what I was going to say. The backtracking is something that people seem to think is important about this genre.
Well, I mean, if you have the, I guess the Mega Man X games were still like stage to stage, even though you did have to go back into some stages. But still, I feel like it's
I'll throw Mega Man is a Mega Mantroidvania.
Megatroidvania.
Yeah.
Because it still takes part of Metroid.
Yeah. I also when you get games with like a lot of freedom of movement, sometimes you have the opportunity to do things ahead of time when you're not supposed to by expressing your skill and stuff like that.
Right.
And I got to do it once. Now it's a very well polished game. They don't actually offer you that many opportunities to get ahead in certain spaces before you have like a certain ability unlocked. Like they want to have all their progression gated by these abilities. It's very fair. It's how you want to design a game.
Right.
But I was able to. There's like a room, right, and up near the top there's these things hanging down. These like platforms hanging down by chains, and to the left of that there's like this little cave system. So I go through and I kill all the guys in the caves, and then there's a spot where you need to wall jump up. And I didn't have wall jump unlocked. But it's a big room, and the area underneath is full of like a different type of enemy. One of them is a flying enemy that will seek you no matter where you are. Once you draw its attention, it's going to follow you until it reaches you.
So if you jump high enough, can you make it jump like underneath you to where you jump off its head or something?
Kinda. What I did was I like went down, and then I got its attention, and then I went all the way back up to the cave, and it chased me into the cave, and then I coaxed it to go into the area where there's the wall jump. And it's this guy like flies around, he has a bell on his head, so he's immune to damage from above, and he throws these like hot rocks at you. So I coaxed him into that area, and then when he flew down low enough, I used when you use like a jumping attack, or like when you jump up in the air and you hold down, you have an attack that if it hits something, it'll bounce you upwards.
Okay, yeah, like Link's downward slash.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the
pogo stick style.
Yeah, there's different like forms. You get these things called seals or something like that, or marks, which change what your attacks are. So at this point in time, it was like a little like stabby thing, like a hornet, the character's name.
Yeah.
But later I got like a swipe, which is apparently more like the original Hollow Knight. But I do a little move, and then I can get up the wall jump part, and I go all the way to the end, and then I get an item called a mask fragment, which is like a piece of heart.
Sure. Yeah, it gets you like more health or whatever.
Yeah, it was a quarter of one.
Yeah.
Way before I was supposed to, which felt pretty neat. I didn't need to backtrack afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I knew what that spot was.
Yeah, if you get the wall jump and then come back to that, you're like, don't need it.
Yeah, right? So that's neat. There are, instead of bonfires, the classic Souls thing, there's benches. And there's a really cool one that was just a trap.
Was the mimic basically just like ate you?
Kind of. It's you go into a section where there's like all these like little pressure plates, and then this big like jawbone comes and swaps you, and it's for 2 damage. You only have 5 health.
Oh damn!
So it's really really big.
Yeah,
and I only like it because it didn't kill me. Right. So I was at full health, and I was like, ooh, a bench. It's because it's a save point. If you die, you go back to the bench. So I went and I sat down on it, and then it swapped me, and I'm like, oh, man. Well, now that that's been activated, I'm going to sit down because it already triggered the trap, and then I sat down, and it whacked me again. I was like, okay.
I was going to say, it whacked you a second time.
Yeah.
That's great. That's what you get.
It is what I get. It was entirely my fault. But I had 5 health, so I didn't die. And I definitely like started seeing streamers and stuff like that post their videos of getting to that bench and then getting killed because it's like a really there are not any benches nearby.
Oh man,
to this spot. It's like a really long
fuck
trek.
with you.
Another cool thing is that certain benches and the fast travel points you need to pay to unlock them. So if you don't have enough money when you come across it, better go find someone nearby to beat up. Take their money.
Damn.
Or, you'll have to backtrack later, which I did have to do for one of them, which is a little bit, it's not like the most fun thing ever, but
you can always just pass it up.
To do something.
You can always just pass it up. Be like, oh, I don't need this one. Let me keep going.
You can. You do have that option, but I don't play like that. I try to unlock all the points when I might need to go back in the future.
Right.
There's like a quest board called like a wishing wall, and you can accept wishes. And so
if
one has me go back there, I'd rather have the fast travel. Another thing with the wishing wall is that there's the guy that built it up, right? And then he's like, okay, please give me 300 shell pieces to fix up the town. That's my wish. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then later he put up another one. It's like, hey, there's a hole in the town that people like can sometimes fall down, and I'd like to build a bridge to cover that up for 200 shell pieces. I said, all right, let's do it. And I give it to him. And then later I needed to go basically down that hole. There's another way down. And I went down there, and then I did all that. And then I started climbing up the hole to come out, and the bridge was there. So I whacked it 3 times to break it and hop up. I was like, oh, I paid for it. So I'm like, if he's going to ask for money again, I can pay for that. Or, I can, maybe it'll just respawn or whatever. Nope. Doesn't respawn.
If you talk to him, is he like, what the hell?
He's gone. He's somewhere else now.
Oh, no. Well, I guess they're just going to keep falling in that hole.
Yep.
Jesus, good job. God damn.
So, rip bridge. I fucked it up.
Ripperoni. That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good that it even, lets you break the bridge.
Yeah, right? Like, I was from below, so it's like, I was hitting the supports and stuff, and it worked. And I threw 200 shell pieces into the garbage. Directly into the garbage.
I love when games let you completely interact or destroy the environment, even though it's probably not in that you can destroy every part of the environment, just pieces that you don't expect to. I was playing Saints Row 2 today for the first time in a while, and it just made me remember they initially made the game Red Faction, which was this game about how you're a guerrilla fighter on the mining planet. I've never played through the series, only a little bit of it. But you're on a mining planet, so mining
sounds awesome. I love gorillas.
Right? Guerrilla warfare. Yeah. What the fuck did you fucking say to me? But that's the engine that the game is made on. So the same way that you would hit a rock or a building and it would explode because you're demoing buildings in that game, and it would explode into a bunch of debris. The same thing in Saints Row, you blow up a car and it's got 50 different pieces that it blows up into. I was driving an ambulance and it has the back doors on the side for no reason, but it can they can flip off and fly off when you hit them. It just makes the toys a little bit more fun. There's more pieces to break.
There was a thing that I would always do in GTA 5, which came out a bit after Saints Row 2. I think
5 years after. We talked about it on stream today.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. But you could also open up doors on the back of trucks in GTA 5.
Yeah, they patched that out after a while, but you were able to open up very certain box trucks and then put cars into them. Yeah.
Oh, I never put a car in there. What I would do is I would open up the box truck, and then I'd climb in while the guy's on the road, at a stoplight or something like that, and then I'd use my shotgun and I just start blasting people out of the back of it. And that freaks out the driver, so he's speeding now.
Right, and swerving through and everything.
Cops chasing me, and I'm just standing there shooting him. It's just the classic GTA havoc.
That's pretty great.
But I enjoyed that in particular because it's this guy doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, he's totally... what's going on? Why are the police chasing me? Why am I getting shot at?
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Yeah. Saints Row has just straight missions that are just mayhem centric. Where I think it's a news reporter who's this other guy's getting more coverage. So if you go out there and cause a bunch of mayhem, then I can do a live story. And the whole time you're causing mayhem, so he literally sends you out there with rocket launchers and grenades, and you're just blowing up cars and fences and stuff. It's pretty great.
It makes a good story.
Yeah, it makes for a really good one. the best strategy I figured out was is essentially just a killdozer, where I got a bulldozer and like souped it up with nitrous and like a reinforced frame and everything. I was just driving it into cars, and if I drove it fast enough, they would just explode with the little dump that I'd hit them with. So I was just racking up. I don't know. It's not. Technically, I was racking up kills, but I was mostly just racking up dollars for whatever like the insurance damage was. Mm-hmm. It's just like a money thing you're chasing. That game is so fun, though. The demolition in it is just over the top. Fences, fire hydrants. They put all the little things they put on the street, like newspaper stands, telephone poles, or little, not telephone poles, payphones. Mm-hmm. So good.
I only played a little bit of Saints Row 3. So when does it start getting silly? Is it Saints Row 2?
Yeah, Saints Row 2 is where it starts getting like pretty damn silly, but it's still in the vein of like GTA silly, where it's got like that very grounded reality to where it's just like, the best thing I think of is like, you know, they have Brown Baggers Liquor. They have like the advertisements on the radio, and it's like literally like they advertise at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. It's like, if you've been to AA, you're probably familiar with us, so come on down to Brown Baggers Liquor. It's like, it's the most like satirical stuff you could ever think of, where it's way over the top, but it's still like a regular world. Whereas in Saints Row 3, I feel like they kind of take it to crazy world land, where professional wrestlers are also gangsters and like doing elbow drops and killing people.
Yeah. I just remember at the beginning of Saints Row 3, one of like your important like teammates dies.
Yeah,
and everyone was mad about it, but I was like, I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, he was the one guy who like came in between Saints Row 1 and 2 as like your best friend. And that's the reason that he kind of like, you started up Saints Row 2 is like just you and him bringing the gang back up together. And then he died, and then it turns out the Shaundi, the one female in the group who's like one of your lieutenants, she took it the hardest, you find out. And then you find out in Saints Row 4 that he's not really dead. He was just taken by Satan. And then you get to Get Out of Hell, where you're in hell as Johnny Gat. It's pretty fun.
Oh, okay.
It turns into a musical partway through. I really like the way they went with the Saints Row series. Some people didn't like it because they were like, you could have competed with GTA. But I'm like, I never think they were trying to.
I think it's smart, at least, like whether or not you enjoy the humor, right? Like if you're a company that's making a GTA-like game, and like you don't want to go head-to-head with Rockstar on this. You don't want to try and take their audience. You want to take a subsection of their audience that's willing to buy a game pretty much alongside GTA.
Yeah.
And has its own niche of being extremely wacky.
Yeah.
You know, you're buying something that's not GTA, as opposed to if you get Saints Row 1 and GTA 4, like I'm assuming those are a lot more similar to each other.
Yeah, Saints Row 1 and 2, much more similar to GTA 4. And Saints Row 3, kind of, it jumped the ship a little bit, but there was still, like, the grounding and a lot of, like, the car customization and stuff like that. Because when you look at, like, Saints Row 2 and even 3, like, it parallels GTA 5's car customization. And it's even better in a lot of things. Like, you can put hydraulics or nitrous on any of your cars to, like, make them bounce around, do wacky things.
Is it reinforced frame?
Because
I think the cars in GTA are just kind of, like, for show. Like
you can reinforce and put like armor on them,
but okay, yeah, you can put armor on them.
Bulletproof tires and all that.
Get a fast car or whatever.
Yeah, you can soup up the engine, turbocharge it, and stuff like that. It's like there's definitely like a lot more actual like real life car customization in GTA 5 because they took that like people who are actually really into cars. They wanted to capitalize on that. Mm-hmm. Whereas Saints Row 2 in 2008, the best they could do is like 6 different parts of every car you can paint, which is really crazy in 2008, and still. A lot of games you can't do that amount of customization on. GTA for a lot of the cars you get like 3, 4, and it's like it's not doesn't seem like a huge thing, but like that giving you that amount of customization in the player's hands is just feels cool. You're driving a car and you like made yourself. You spent 30 minutes in the shop like picking the paints and all these different things. It feels good. Mm-hmm. I like it. I like making the trash mobile.
Yeah,
it's just a big old basket with chicken nuggets and a drink, and I'm in the drink driving it. And the exhaust exhaust was fries, but after I changed it to chicken nuggets, I don't know where the exhaust comes out now. I got to check that. This might be coming into the cabin.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, though.
Drive it for 20 minutes, and then you just die, and you're like, what's going on?
I put really big, low-profile wheels on it with spinners. It's pretty great. You can't put spinners. Spinners are so fun.
You said there's hydraulics?
Yeah, you can put hydraulics on cars.
They have those in GTA, at least not as a mod. You can.
No, they had it in like GTA San Andreas. You could do like the hydraulic like bumping cars, and actually they did add it in. I think it's like specific lowrider cars in GTA 5. You can get like the little hydraulic bump and jumps. Mm-hmm. You can put them on pretty much any car in Saints Row. Wild. So fun. Just be driving down the highway and all of a sudden just hop. I got a little Reliant Robin, basically a 3-wheeled car that's like a little, I think it's called the Quota, because it's like a parking meter car, or parking attendant car. You can drive the little baggage claim truck at the airport. It's pretty great. They just put so much like little into every nook and cranny of that game. It's just you feel it when you play it. I love Saints Row 2. And I'll be playing it every Saturday live on Twitch, 9 a.m. Central, maybe 10 a.m. Central, but I'll probably be starting early those days. So check it out. Twitch.tv/TrashcanJones.
Yeah, nice. You're also doing that Crystal randomizer?
Yep, Pokemon Crystal randomizer Nuzlocke.
I am so sorry about...
Stu?
I'm even more sorry that I forgot his name.
It's all right. It was unfortunate. We trained him for so long. We gave him the iron. I really wanted him to be Hitmonchan, but he only had Hyper Beam. He was pretty much...
He had Headbutt or whatever at that point, and I honestly should have clicked that.
I should have used Headbutt,
because then you would have been able to hit him with another Headbutt or a Hyper Beam after that.
Right, I could have flinched him too. I just really didn't want to get poisoned was the thing. I wanted to see if I can just 2-turn him with Hyper Beam, like get 2 off. But the second Hyper Beam left him with that much health, and he crit me right afterwards on the first one. So I was like, oh, great. So the second one, I was lined up with 9 health left, and yeah, Stu went down. I got to replace him right away, though, with Don Cheadle, so
yeah,
win some, lose some. 50 coins. He was a steal.
Yeah, for a fully evolved, like, Ammonite or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's Ammonite is his base form, then Amistar is what I got, yeah.
Yeah, but the real animal is an Ammonite.
Oh.
But yeah.
Neat. Yeah, the little spiral fossil guy. He's got a weird mouth. I don't know what that's about.
Well, it's like somewhere in between a beak and a lamprey sucker.
Yeah, probably like a squid beak. If he's one of those like fossil guys, probably got old school, weird arthropodic mouth. I don't like to think about that. I don't like to think about a squid biting me.
Yeah, well, this is more like a snail, you know?
Yeah, it's a snail with a mouth.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, snails have mouths.
Yeah, but they got little like little suction kissy mouths. Yeah, just all they do is lick stuff. Basically, it's just a tongue. This guy's got like teeth. He's got 4 teeth that close in a circle. I don't want to get bit by that. Christ, like big teeth too. Probably eats meat.
Yeah, smaller fish.
Ugh. What are there? Yeah, there are the small fish in Pokemon. There wasn't in the original gens. It was just like Magikarp was pretty much the only like fish guy, right?
I mean, Magikarp's pretty much helpless. You got Goldeen.
Goldeen is the other one, yeah.
You have Horsey.
Horsey, yeah, and Kingdra. Starmie's not really a fish. It's more like a rock.
It's an alien.
Is it? Whoa, really?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Makes sense. It's an alien that just decided to live in water.
Well, yeah, it's like a thing that came from space, and it's got water. I mean, it's kind of weird that they associate space with water because that's the first time they did it, and then they did the same thing again with Palkia, the Gen 4 legendary. That's the king of space, and it's a water and dragon type.
There's always like that mysticism with like the moon pulling the tides, and not really mysticism. The moon does pull the tides, but I mean like they have mysticism associated with that, where like the moon being in certain phases means certain things and whatnot. So I guess that kind of is not too far fetched.
Likely enough, yeah, I'm willing to accept that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon's been doing some really interesting marketing this past
are you talking about all the reveals and stuff like the Mega Howlucha and Mega Victory Bell?
Yeah, so we have our they've definitely taken a different angle with this, and they're doing it in a very intriguing way every time. That's meant to like really get your attention. So the first one, Mega Dragonite, they just had a trailer for the game. They're like, "Ooh, we got Mega Dragonite in
here."
Like
Mega Dragonite too. He's got the long flowing hair.
No, that's Ampharos.
Oh, yeah, Ampharos,
has the wings
that's right.
On his head.
The one you showed me, yeah. Dragonite's little dopey wings. He's got like the Hermes cap.
Yeah.
Ampharos. Mega Ampharos is very beautiful.
Yes.
But Mega Dragonite, go ahead.
Mega Dragonite is a real basic reveal. They did it in a trailer.
Sure.
Then they did Victory Bell. That was framed as a found footage horror film.
Yeah, it was weird, like, Blair Witch type stuff. Spooky.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a Mega Haunter or something reveal because they're literally in the haunted house and everything. I'm like, it's going to be some kind of ghost type or like.
They only do it to final stage Pokemon. They only get Megas and.
Is Haunter not a final stage? Does
Haunter
it go to Gengar?
evolves into Gengar, which already has a Mega. But a lot other people, I'm assuming, also thought it was going to be a ghost type. But in like the announcement for the video and stuff like that, they were like the sweet scent mystery, and like there's like goop and acid everywhere, and it's like, okay, well, there's not a lot of guys that can be. It's at least going to be grass type.
I was going to say maybe
Sweet
muck.
Scent.
Oh, it's just specifically, is Sweet Scent a move?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
It's a
think I
grass
got the
type
TM,
move.
actually.
And muck does not smell sweet.
No.
I assume.
Probably not. The Alolan muck might. He's like rainbow colored.
That's because he's an oil slick.
Yeah. Oil smells so enticingly good. It's like that weird, bad, good smell.
Yeah, I also like the smell of oil and gasoline. And
Gasoline's
stuff.
really good. Oil's that one where like
puffing it.
Oil's that one where like I smell it and I'm just like, ooh, that's bad. Yeah, no, that's really bad. I always have to go back for like another one because it's just like it's a weird pungent. I don't know. I don't like it, but I need it. You know.
Then after that, they did ᶠᵘⁿًʰ, right?
Yeah.
Which they just framed as like the video of Machamp versus ᶠᵘⁿʰં in the ring. It's like a wrestling thing, and that was like
it's cool.
really cool.
They did his little training montage. I love how ᶠᵘⁿʰ's design too. I think mostly inspired by Ultimo Dragon because he's got that like I don't know what you like shoulder pads or cowl like Ultimo wears. Ultimo Dragon, a very famous Japanese wrestler who also practiced the luchador style. I think that lines up perfectly. If his shiny is revealed to be that light blue with red, guaranteed.
Okay,
Guaranteed.
We'll follow up when we get to see that.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll hunt for like a shiny ᶠᵘⁿʰં now or something like that, so I can transfer it in.
Hell yeah.
And get the look at it. But yeah, so they did that whole thing, and it was a different type of video. Now they've done the craziest one as of yet. It is weird as hell. The announcement hasn't happened yet, but they're doing this campaign for My Friend Malamar. And it's these weird, like, social media videos of people in the UK. Like, it's a guy in, like, a car or something, and he's wearing, like, a suit. And on that suit, he has Malamar, like, hung on the suit, like, entirely. Like, it's a suit entirely made out of Malamar outside on his, on him. It's so weird. Malamar is known as a Pokemon that, uses mind control. So it's upside down squid. Do you know him?
No, I don't think so.
I'm gonna pull up a picture for you because
upside down squid.
Yeah, so it's first stage, or it's a whatever you want to call it. The first stage one is Inkay, and it's a little squid. It's psychic and dark type. And then once you hit a certain level, you need to level it up and turn your console upside down when you do the level up.
What?
And then it will evolve.
How does it know? Is there a gyroscope in the thing?
Yes, it started in... it was created in Gen 6, I believe. Gen 6 or Gen 7. And, yeah, that was part of it, is that you turn your DS upside down, had a gyroscope. Switch has a gyroscope in it.
Oh, sweet. All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You never evolve it on a home console if it's ever on anything but a Switch.
I mean, well, Switch technically, what else would you be able to get it on? Like a home console.
Exactly, right? Maybe you never evolve it on an emulator.
Yeah, shit.
You gotta turn your computer upside down.
Activate gyroscope.
But here is Malamar. It's an evil upside down squid.
Oh, okay. And he looks more like a penguin to me, but I get squid. That makes sense. Upside down squid.
So, I mean, yeah, like those are normally the feet, but here, like the top of the squid now splits down to 2 feet. And,
right. That makes sense.
And it has those lights on it, and it uses those lights to hypnotize people. One of the entries for the Pokedex is like, it's thought that Malamar's hypnotic powers have influenced like very significant world events.
Whoa.
And so now the theory is that Malamar caused 9/11.
Oh shit. Oh no.
But yeah, so they're doing this whole thing where they're really leaning into the mind control part of it. It's like a guy standing around, he's got all the Malamar plushes on him. Malamar plushes on the Pokemon website, someone else looked this up, right after the first like trailer or whatever you want to call it video dropped. It's completely sold out.
Damn.
Real commitment to the bit.
Oh man. They
There's another
hypnotized the Malamar worked.
Yeah. There's like another video of someone like doing like a graffiti thing, and they keep on talking about my friend Malamar. And Bulbapedia, one of the like, you know, online resources fan made, really committed to the bit and like replaced, you know, all the top 5 searches for like, you know, weekly top 5 searches with Malamar in each one.
Oh my god! So this is I guess they're obviously going to do a Mega Malamar, but
if they don't now, it'd be really funny. But they're gonna do a Mega Malamar.
I guess it makes sense though. If he's like his whole thing is hypnotic, he's just like they're going to try to do their best to like quote unquote hypnotize people, and it's working. People are playing along with it.
Yeah, it's interesting too because Malamar is a very intriguing Pokemon. Like it kind of doesn't get a lot done, but it has a lot of unique things for itself. So it's one of the only users of the ability Contrary. So Contrary reverses all stat changes that you receive.
Okay.
So if you were to use like Swords Dance with Contrary, your attack would go down by 2 stages.
Interesting.
So you pair Contrary Pokemon with moves that normally reduce your stats. So instead you get a boost.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other big one is Serperior, which is the Gen 5 grass type final evolution. And it has Contrary and the move Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm is basically Draco Meteor, but grass type. So you use it and then you drop 2 stages of special attack. But this one gains 2 stages of special attack. So, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Malamar and Enamorus are 2 other notable Contrary users. And the only move that they really get that lowers their stats is Superpower, which is like close combat, but instead of lowering both of your defenses, it lowers attack and defense. But it's not a stab move. You know, it doesn't have the same type attack bonus. It's not that good. Like, at the end of the day, Malamar doesn't end up being that good for that, you know? But it is a, you know, Psychic Dark type. It's really weak to Bug, but aside from that, it's, like, pretty okay defensively. Weak to Fairy, I guess.
Pokemon types are always going to fuck me up. I'm going to need to play with a type chart next to me forever.
There's a resource. Yeah, you can print it out.
It's tough. There's so much to think about, and then the dual typing just gets so ridiculous. It's tough. Even you fucked it up that one time with Swinub.
Okay, so, like, yeah, but, like, I was thinking ground was resistant to steel, but it's not. It's resistant to rock. And
rock and ground also kind of weirdly interchangeable, but also not, because ground is way better.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. But
that's one of the early ones too. It's not like they added in like fairy and shit got crazy. It was like ground, and then we also have rock. It's like, what do you mean? What? Geodude's a rock. Yeah, but he's also in the ground. Yeah, well, ground rock. Yeah. It's just like, what? Okay.
I mean, I think it's interesting. I don't know if it's like a cultural thing to like recognize the difference more readily, but we just sort of think geology, you know?
Yeah.
I just think
it reminds me of like
Earth.
That episode of Avatar when they get the little piece of meteor after making Sokka's sword. He's like, oh yeah, Toph, I bought you this piece of meteor, or brought it back because I thought you never had a chance to build space Earth. And they're like, oh, is it really
space
Earth? Right. Is it really Earth if it's from space? But if it's that definition of Earth is just, you know, ground, if that's what you're calling it, like it is soil, then I guess technically, yeah, it is like space soil, space rock. And it's kind of the same vein. Because if you think of an earthbender, it's not like bending the actual earth. It's just bending rocks. Sometimes, you know, rocks, metal that are outside the earth. So,
specifically not metal, though. That is interesting. But they do bend metal, but the way that they do it is by bending the
minerals within the metal, yeah.
Yeah. Which is why eventually people start using platinum, which doesn't necessarily mean that there won't be minerals in it, but they say that they, like, you know, clean it up and they make it really pure. But yeah, so you can't bend it as a metal bender because it's platinum.
Yeah. Put them in a wooden cage. What are you gonna do, earthbenders?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Final thing about Malamar, though, is that it has a signature move called Topsy-Turvy. And what that does is when you use it on someone, it reverses all of their stat changes once.
Just the one time. So what? Is it only like a 5 PP move, and it can only use once per turn? Or once per time out there, rather?
Well, like, it stays like that, right? But, like, Contrary reverses every stat change that you get. But Topsy-Turvy, when you use it on a Pokemon, it reverses all the stat changes that they have. But if they then use, like, Swords Dance again, they'll get +2. But, like, if they're at -2, then they'll get +2 to bring it back to...
Right.
So
That'd be good to use like counter a shell smash. Someone is gonna try to use that.
yeah, be
Flip
like,
it on them. Topsy turvy, huh? Now you're actually just I can't kill you, but you can't kill me either.
Well, a lot of people or a lot of Pokemon that use Shell Smash pair it with the White Herb item. So the White Herb, it activates one time and it will clear all negative stat changes. So it happens right after you receive a negative stat change. So if you like Shell Smash, you drop both of your defenses, but you do it at the same time.
Right.
So then it clears that up right there. So then you topsy-turvy them. And then they don't even have better defenses.
Yeah, that's great. That'd be even better than if you're playing against topsy-turvy, maybe don't take the White Herb.
Yeah. But we'll see if Mega Malamar is any good. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect, really. I don't have a lot of hopes. I don't know what it would be, but I'm not rooting against it.
Yeah.
I want to see what it can do.
I seriously thought it was a penguin for the longest time, just because like it looks like a penguin,
I mean,
like those emperor
is...
penguins, like with the long yellow hair that like streak back like that.
Mm-hmm. No, those are tentacles.
I know it's now that I see it, and I just like obviously just flip it in my brain. Like obviously it's a squid, but
there is a
strange.
penguin Pokemon though.
I assume there's a couple penguin Pokemon. It's there's the one that's like a Stealer Pokemon, right? That's got like the bag over him. Is that Delibird?
Yeah. So he's not a thief. He's Santa.
Oh, really? That's cute.
Yeah, he's Santa themed. He's like the white face, and then like, it comes down to a ruffle here, like a beard.
I thought he was like Farfetch'd, where he was just like thiefy guy, where he's always stealing stuff.
Yeah. Well, he can also fly, which penguins can't, but he does look like a penguin. And
yeah.
He has a tail, and his tail is like a sack, which is really weird.
That is weird.
Holds it shut, and he has a signature move called Gift, and it's basically he uses Gift on someone, and then there's like 6 different things that can happen of like different like amounts of like base powers for the attack, and 2 of those things are healing.
So you should not do that to an opponent.
Them. Yeah, it's a useless move, and it's Delibird's signature move.
Yeah, sometimes
Delibird is one of the worst Pokemon ever.
Sometimes you just got to be nice to your opponent.
Yeah, it's really really bad. It's terrible stats, which is why they gave it a paradox form in Iron Bundle, which is a Delibird
robot iron, yeah.
Yeah, with water and ice, and it'll shoot you. It's fast.
Shoot you with its gun.
Yeah. It's 1 point faster than... It's like the fastest Pokemon of that generation. But Calyrex, Shadow Rider beats it, and like Electrode, like things from previous gens beat it. But the fastest one of its generation. 1 point faster than Chenpao and Fluttermane and both of the Box Art Legends.
Damn.
Just that little bit.
Pretty good. The other penguin guy's the big Ice Cube head one, right? I don't remember his name.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube?
Yeah.
That's pretty cute. A little Askew.
Yeah. My partner hates that guy, but I love him. He has an Ice Cube head, and
you bonk him once, and he just blocks all damage up to 1 HP.
Well,
it only does 1 HP, rather.
No, it does 0.
It does 0?
So a physical attack is completely neutralized. Special attacks still go through. When it takes the Ice Face hit, it then moves from... I don't even know why it has a physical defense stat when it has that active, because whatever. Then it transforms, and then it lowers its defenses, and it gains a lot of speed.
Okay, that makes sense.
You do something like Belly Drum on the first turn, and then you like get like maximum attack, and then you tank the hit, and then you get speed. And so you could be pretty scary, but if you get hit with a special attack, you can't do anything. Yeah. And if on the first turn of Snowstorm, if you don't have an Ice Face, or if you are sent into battle when a Snowstorm is active, you will gain the Ice Face back.
But so the snow will like accumulate on your face, on his face.
That's the only reason I need to say it like that is because if you like are in a snowstorm and then you take the hit, you won't just regain the Ice Face next turn. It needs to be the first turn of it, like you need to have used it that turn, or you need to be sent in on an active one.
Makes sense. So,
yeah, those are the penguins.
And those are the only penguins? There's not another one? Oh.
I mean, no, there's the Gen 4 water starter, Empoleon.
I was going to say Piplup too, right? Does it count?
Piplup is before Empoleon.
Oh, okay.
There's Piplup, some Prinplup. That's the second stage. And then Empoleon.
Makes sense.
So, handful of penguins. Malamar's not one of them.
Mr. Pokemon's Penguins.
Yeah.
You ever have to read that book, Mr. Popper's Penguins?
No.
Really? Did you see the Jim Carrey movie?
No.
No?
I'm certain I've seen some like clips on some website. It's just like really animated penguins fucking with Jim Carrey.
Essentially, yeah. I think it's this whole thing of like he loses the opportunity to spend the holidays with his kids, or it might just be that he's losing his kids outright potentially with like a separation with his wife, and then he comes into these things of penguins and is like, well, they kind of imprinted in me, they don't want to leave, so it just becomes like this wacky thing of like him seeking, to I guess like replace his kids with those penguins or whatever, because his kids come over and they're like, oh, cool penguins, we want to stay here and play with the penguins, and he's like, finally my kids like me with the penguins. Maybe I could be Penguin Man forever.
Yeah.
And that's the whole like crux of the book, where he realizes like, I can't do this. I just want to love my kids without the penguins. The penguins are too much. I converted my
penguins to reel them in, and now that's the only thing they're here for.
Now the kids don't love you unless you have penguins.
Mm-hmm. There's an analogy there that I can't work out just yet.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the things where it's like the feel good movie of just like, oh, he's having all the wacky time with the penguins, and then it's like, oh, he just loves his kids. He just missed his kids, and the penguins were kind of replacing the kids. Mm-hmm. It's a good movie though.
I think I saw trailers of it.
Yeah,
it was coming out, and it's like they like fill the living room with ice or whatever, and they're all sliding around.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because like I had read the book in school, or maybe they just pushed it into a lot of schools. But I remember it being like a lot of like everywhere on kids shows, like Mr. Popper's Penguins. I mean, they got Jim Carrey for it, so it had to have been like a big IP. Like there was probably some demand for a Mr. Popper's Penguins movie.
Yeah,
weird.
I mean, my main ones was like Holes.
Holes is another classic. Love that.
Yeah, we could talk about this.
Yeah.
Card shows for children.
So you're talking about funny little cars?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What the hell was that?
Oh my god. So I've seen this before. They've done a bunch of them. Of like, I'm pretty sure it's just money laundering schemes. But there's Russian companies that will, because like copyright law is not enforceable, I think outside of America, if you for American IPs, there's Chinese versions of them too.
You sign treaties with other countries to mutually enforce these things.
Oh, well, I guess Russia...
And we don't have it with, like, one of the Scandinavian countries where they host the Pirate Bay, which is why they can't take it down permanently. Evidently Russia, too. I don't know why we would have one with them. Yeah,
and you always see the Chinese knockoff stuff, like Mickey Mouse with Obama written underneath it or whatever. Like, so there's obviously some...
That specific thing, I remember that. That's... I
think it's Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog. It has a Super Mario, like patch somewhere on it, and it says Obama underneath, and the colors are all out of whack.
It's just so like good. It's bright, like sepia red, toned and shit, and it's so gross. But funny little cars. I've seen this before, and like a couple different times. Like it's just this Cars. I wouldn't even call it a parody. It's literally just a ripoff because it's the Cars logo exactly 1-to-1.
Yes,
but with funny little written above it.
It's very tiny font.
And it's like this terrible Blender animation of all these like guys that are like named, like Michael, Bart, and then what was one of the other names, like Nathaniel, and they had some weird like long ones that you're just like Remicu and stuff like. Yeah, you're like, what are they even come up with?
There's like an evil, like, I don't know, oil gas baron or something. He's trying to steal the gas, but he's like a gas baron car. And he has like 4 soldiers.
They basically, one of them, he dresses up to like go and try and steal the gas, but then the other cars in like this thing, like some of them
There's
bug
tiny
cars.
Car bugs.
They report this whole thing to him, and they're like, "Oh, thanks, car bugs. You go out on stakeout, and we'll make sure they don't get the gas."
Yeah, they know that someone's coming in disguise, so they're going to talk about the gas delivery, which they're trying to steal the gas. It's like a pretty big thing. They live off gas.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, so we'll say the wrong time for the gas delivery because we know this person is going to be coming here disguised.
Yeah.
And it's a conversation between like an Oldsmobile.
A dumpster with wheels.
Yeah, well, the Oldsmobile with a tramp stamp and a dumpster, but it has wheels so it can talk.
It can talk, yeah. It's some of the craziest shit. Then it goes to the credits, and it's like the most longest, hard to pronounce names because it's like a 20-minute episode. I guess we watched episode 4 or something. It's a whole series.
Yeah, because it was on Continue on the Airbnb.
Dude, Airbnb? What kids were there watching all of Funny Little Cars? What kids got tricked?
3 episodes.
What kids got fucking
Unless
tricked?
What was it, season 2, maybe?
I don't know. It seems like there was a whole lot of shit. The animation was like terrible Blender, like garbage 3D, like morphingness. It was... Ugh.
Yeah, the way that the cars were animated, like, they didn't have any sense of physicality to
No.
them. It's not like an actual car and, like, you know, just slightly moving and stuff like that. Like, the entire front of the car would perk up like a nose.
And they would just kind of, like, rock around as they were driving, so otherwise they were just moving, like, at a straight, smooth, solid line.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough to watch, but it was a funny little peek into the world of funny little cars.
As opposed to, I wish I remembered the name of the show, the Monster Machines.
Oh,
Blaze and the Monster Machines.
Yeah, the monster truck that talk about electrical engineering and whatever the hell.
Like, I haven't seen a kid's show in a while. The only one I can really think of is, like, there's Dora is like an educational kid's show.
Mm-hmm. They're teaching kids about rotational speed and shit.
Yeah, there's an episode on structural engineering.
That's crazy.
It's really nice to see, like, an educational show kind of, like, respect its audience of like 3 or 4 year olds, where it's like,
they
okay,
can get
there's like a big concept, but it's real, so it's tangible, and we're gonna show you, like, this real life thing. You don't need to get it. You just
can
need
understand,
to, like, it's in the
2
world.
pegs underneath the bridge makes it more stable than the TC saw on 1 peg.
Yeah,
You understand structure.
yeah, and like you know, you need to reinforce the columns for your bridge, and, like, the bridge will have a certain, like, load limit based on how reinforced it is.
Oh, I forgot about their whole load limit stuff too. It's just like a little crank dial they show where it's like it's up to 10, but still, that's cool that you have to, like, think about that.
Yeah, right. They actually explain these things. There's another episode.
That's cool.
Because we visited some friends who have a little kid. That's why we were watching.
Yeah, that's why you're watching so much Blaze.
Okay, so funny little cars we didn't have an excuse for, aside from the fact that it looked like cars,
Hey,
and
funny
it
little
definitely
cars,
wasn't.
That was our own doing. Blaze was because of the kid.
Yeah. But yeah, there's another episode about, like, renewable energy. It's like some daredevil is like, okay, I'm going to take a rocket to the moon, as every daredevil does.
Right.
And he hopped in, and then he's like, oh, no, the battery isn't charged. We got to charge it up. And for some reason, this battery needs hydroelectric, solar, and wind power. So they go around to all the different plants for, you know, where this energy is created to charge the battery up a third. And it can Blaze can transform into different types of cars.
A lot of different things. Lots of bows and arrows, too, he pulls out.
Yeah. But he can turn into, like, I even learned something watching this show. There's something called an underwater excavator.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's
There's
pretty
an excavator
sweet.
that's sealed cabin and safe to drive underwater, so you can pull boulders out of the way of, like dams.
That's sweet. I didn't know that.
Yeah, right? I'm even learning shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
So yeah, I don't know, respect for kids shows. Like the only educational kids show, like I said, that I remember is Dora. Like, I watched other stuff like
Blue's Clues is
Bear
kind of
the Big
educational. They teach you, like, simple problem solving skills, but usually nothing to the level of structural engineering.
I liked Blue's Clues, but, you know, I don't remember anything of what I learned.
Yeah, it'd just be simple problem solving things like, oh, we saw them run up the tree, so where did they go? And it's like, oh, if they ran up, then you'd look up, you'd not look around on the ground, like, kind of thing. Just like simple, like, lines of logic, I remember.
Yeah, as opposed to other types of children's show, which is more like moral education.
Yeah, which is what's
like,
right and wrong sort of deal, which can somewhat be a little dicey if they don't always hold up.
Yeah, and then there's just straight up entertainment. It's also good to know that our friends are not showing their kids the Coco Melon.
Yeah, Coco Melon. That is some brain rot stuff. I have it's one of my cousin's kids watch that. It is not great.
I think there's a place for it, I guess, but I don't really want to.
I couldn't sit and watch Coco Melon with the kid. I could sit and watch Blaze all day. I'll tell you that.
It's just fun colors, you know, and who are we to deny little children fun colors? But, I mean, I don't know. If I had a kid, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Really. I wouldn't just stick it in front of them, you know.
Fair. Yeah, don't just try to melt their brain. Shut them down.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Well, that's about a good time to call it for this episode of Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode number 66. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know what you enjoyed about it. If you didn't enjoy this episode, well, why don't you shut your mouth about it and just move on to the next one? Maybe the next one will be better. You know, give us a second chance. If this is already our second chance, give us a third chance. Repeat until you like this podcast. Till next time.
Yeah. So yeah. Sounds good to me. See ya.